In general, my emphasis in my scholarship has been on the question of, does culture matter? And in that context, I've looked at two sides. One, of course, is the issue of equity and social justice. Does culture matter? Why do some groups have high education achievement levels? And why is there inequity in access to education, in the experience of learning at school or university, or in the results in a job search after graduation? So I've looked at the western regions of China and spent some years looking at the minority communities there. And then more recently, I've looked at the larger higher education system. Does culture matter in building world-class universities? As you know, the rise of Asian world-class universities puts up the question of how globalization works. The second question I was asked is a much more important question, actually, and I would say that is one, to look and see who you are. Look deeply and find out as much about yourself as you can, and then look out in the world and see what needs to be changed, and then do it. I think it's important also, as a piece of advice, as a scholar, to always surround yourself with people who disagree with you. In that journey, it's a long journey, find a partner who you can share that journey with, build a community that's supportive, but always surround yourself as well with people who disagree with you. I've been here for quite a while, and what strikes me is when I came, everyone pretty much was from UK or Australia of our faculty members. That was the 80s. In the 90s, more and more scholars from Hong Kong, local scholars, joined the faculty. So it started to become much more diverse. At the turn of the century, we began to get many mainland scholars who had earned their degrees overseas in the United States or elsewhere and had come into the faculty. And then in the 2010s, you see colleagues coming into the faculty from Russia, from the Ukraine, from Serbia, from Turkey, from Latin America, from Africa, and from all over the world. So for me, what's been most special and memorable, as someone who was born and had all of my schooling in New York City, I feel like I'm back in New York City, which is a place that has people from all over the world. So I feel like the most special thing has been that I'm going back to my home without leaving Hong Kong, Faculty of Education.